Two Minnesota members of Congress say they're coming back to controversial building at the center of the ICE surge.
This comes after they were denied entry into the Whipple Federal Building last month. Our Barrett Leone live for us this morning and has been tracking those conditions inside. Barrett.
Hey, good morning. Right now, there is a federal court order in place granting broader access to folks here at the Whipple building. This is after an immigration attorney toured the facility and wrote about her concerns about conditions to a federal judge. Now, later this afternoon, Representatives Ilhan Omar and Angie Craig will pay a visit to the ICE detention center inside. You'll remember, though, this is not their first attempt in doing so. The pair, alongside Representative Kelly Morrison, attempted to visit back in January. Now, Morrison has since been to the ICE facility where she described conditions as unacceptable. However, her tour came before a federal judge stepped in and issued a temporary restraining order to ensure detainees had access to legal counsel, among other things. And we did hear from lawmakers back in January when they were detained access.
Shortly after we were let in, two officials came in and said that they received a message that we were no longer allowed to be in the building and that they were rescinding our invitation to come in and declining any further access to the building. What happened today is a blatant attempt to obstruct members of Congress from doing their oversight duties.
Now, at the time, the Department of Homeland Security said the two congressional members did not give proper access, proper heads up, rather, to them. There's a required 7 days that they did not give a heads up for. So Omar and Craig will come and tour the facility at noon today. Of course, we will have a crew there, and we will bring you the very latest here on WCCO.
All right, our Barrett Leone outside the Whipple building. Barrett, thanks for that update.
So the Trump administration said Operation Metro Surge was meant to make Minnesota safer, but now some former prosecutors say it did the opposite. The Associated Press is reporting more than 40 federal prosecutors worked here before President Trump took office, and now there are fewer than 24. This is according to a former federal prosecutor who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Now, each time someone quits, attorneys reassess caseloads and then drop some cases if it's needed. And that is how 12-time convicted felon Corey Allen McKay went from facing 25 years to no time at all. He has a history of violent crimes and was going to stand trial for trafficking methamphetamine. The attorney who was prosecuting him retired, leaving no one to take his case, so the judge dismissed it. Experts say resignations increased after the feds blocked a joint investigation into the shooting death of Renee Good.
Happening tomorrow, Minnesotans will take to the streets of Minneapolis to mark nearly 1 month since federal immigration agents shot and killed Alex Preddy. There's a march that's being organized by People's Action Coalition Against Trump. This is set to begin at Whittier Park at 11 a.m. Organizers say they will de-escalate any confrontations that may occur. They say they're marching to demand an eviction moratorium and that all federal immigration enforcement personnel leave the state. They're also demanding Congress halt future funding to immigration enforcement agencies and that agents responsible for the deaths of Preddy and Renee Good are criminally prosecuted. 6:36 is your time. Let's get to the live desk right now. Maria Lissignoli is joining us because you're following a Senate hearing happening today. This is on the impacts of the federal cuts in our state.
It's been something we have been following as concerns grow for federal funding and program cuts. Today, the members of the Senate Select Subcommittee on Federal Impacts on Minnesotans and Economic Stability will hear from state budget leaders. So they're going to be talking about congressional and executive actions to cut federal program spending, cancel grants and contracts, and threats by the Trump administration to specifically withhold funds from Minnesota. Members and testifiers will discuss what those impact reductions would look like on the state budget forecast, the economy, and on Minnesotans who work in the affected fields or are recipients of services under threat. That Senate hearing is happening at 10 this morning, and we'll be following it and update you with any new information we learn right here at the live desk.
Well, all right, Maria, thank you.
6:37 is your time, and here's something that's happening today we're keeping tabs on. The man accused of the lawmaker attacks this past summer is expected to be in federal court. Vance Belter is accused of shooting and killing former State House Speaker Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. His picture here. He's also accused of shooting State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette. They both survived. Belter faces several charges in the case that includes first-degree premeditated murder, attempted first-degree murder, cruelty to an animal, and impersonating a police officer. Today's scheduled hearing is a status conference hearing. We'll update you if there are any developments out of the case in court today.
A debate within the Minneapolis City Council has now been put to rest. The council voted to approve liquor licenses for 2 hotels that allegedly housed ICE agents. Now, earlier this week, the council had been divided on the issue. Some had argued that staff feel unsafe with ICE in hotels and said that delaying the license renewal was about investigating safety concerns. But other members said that the move could send a negative message about business in Minneapolis and open up the city to legal action. In the end, the licenses were renewed with 4 council members voting no. But that meeting, though, it started a little differently. There was an emotional moment to honor Fletcher Merkel with a special resolution.
And so it's hard every day, but Fletcher was a light in his time on earth, and we are called to continue to be that light.
Principal of Annunciation Catholic School there, Fletcher, the 8-year-old who was killed in that shooting last August. The Merkel family, teachers, and school staff, they were there at the presentation yesterday. Next week will mark 6 months since that deadly shooting. 10-year-old Harper Moisky was also killed in the shooting. Her family says she was a kind and confident kid who taught them to show up exactly where you are. Harper had been honored later last year.
Time right now is 6:39, and a state representative from southern Minnesota says Hennepin County voter information she's obtained is, quote, problematic. We're referring to Representative Pam Altendorf, who pointed out discrepancies while speaking at the Capitol yesterday. She also claimed more than 7,000 voters on the rolls were marked as challenged.
We are asking to be able to verify that the voter rolls are clean, and that should be a minimal expectation in Minnesota.
Hennepin County says the challenge status of voters was mistakenly released to Altendorf and should not have been shared. In a letter to the county board, they explained the error but said they remain, quote, confident in the integrity of its processes and will continue to follow review and audit procedures under state law. You see that coming from Hennepin County elections. Now, this debate over sharing voter information extends far beyond Hennepin County, with the U.S. Department of Justice again requesting state voter rolls. Minnesota Secretary of State Steve Simon said he would not hand it over.
This starts and ends with the law, federal law, state law. They've got to show with particularity why they need this specific material, and they've got to show what they intend to do with it.
Minnesota, along with about 20 other states, are facing off with the Trump administration in court over this very issue.